first coming in last. Went to the bank, happy alive. Nigga fuck love, rather by rap. Nigga fuck love, rather by rap.
Episode 62, Woodcrest certified, coming at you. As I just realized, Kenny.
I been saw that.
I just realized what Kenny's wearing.
That nigga Kenny just won the championship game.
I'm saying, yeah, those are the same shades that Mahomes was wearing in the parade, dog. Like that, like for real. Anyway, before I was distracted by
hold
Kenny.
on, you ever been snowboarding, Kenny? I guess not.
I don't really answer the question.
Why are you pelvic thrusting right now, big dog?
I'm so glad that we got closure to that whole situation. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wanted to know, man.
Like, I'm gonna go to sleep.
Show you.
I'm gonna go to sleep so happy that I understand life a little bit better. Go ahead, bro.
I think my credit score went up too, just because.
Yes, sir.
I feel like I gotta change the category we're in now on Twitch just because of that. That shit was kind of crazy. Anyway, as always, like, comment, subscribe. We have a full slate of topics here, so let's dive right into it because these topics tend to draw out, and we got like ADD, and one topic turns into 54 different ones. So let's just dive into it. So my girlfriend showed me this video, sent me this video. Shout out to Charlie.
Bro.
Of there's this video that it's a pretty hot topic, I guess, that people are talking about right now on different podcasts. But it was a video of this girl saying that, like, she expects her man to give her like a $25,000 a month fucking like not stipend but allowance. There's the word, to not put her, like, she doesn't have to work, take care of everything, this and that. Meanwhile, the same girl, she's like, has a huge OnlyFans following, like, she's just posting her shit out there for the world to see. And it's like, getting into the area where it's like non-traditional women are expecting to be treated and expected to have, the traditional man that's supposed to do all those things, but you're out here doing this other shit and just, throwing your body out there for the world to see. So, Pete, you said when we brought it to the top, you had a lot to say on it. So I'm gonna start with you, my boy.
I mean, I don't want to get canceled, but I feel like I feel like we pay for the sins of our grandfathers. So way back when, these old ass dudes, I paid $25,000 shit. I'm not even gonna read that out loud.
Chat said, why pay $25K when you can see it all for $5.99 a month?
That'd be a smart move.
We also got to talk about something. Fans. Why do you know how much a subscription is my question.
Mind your business,
whoever Manny is, we got to figure something out.
Don't fucking discriminate against Manny. Shout out to Manny, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Manny.
Shout out to Manny, man, for real.
Look over here judging. You spending too much time in Milwaukee, nigga.
I do.
I support entrepreneurship.
That's right.
Me too.
Those lives matter,
dude. It's actually funny. I popped up
in me seeing her titties.
What?
Oh, calm down right there,
bro.
I'm saying, yo, this ain't this type of. It's not the type of group chat, bro. You in right now.
You know what's funny though, Chris? When you're saying I support entrepreneurship, the other day I hopped into Kenny's Twitch stream, and he said like the same shit where he's like, OnlyFans, like, I support it, y'all doing your thing or whatever. So
oh, thanks for hopping on.
Yeah, man.
But that traditional versus non-traditional, that topic is so fucking annoying. It should be case by case anyways.
It
and a lot of people that have these arguments, right? be in a way higher tax bracket than any of us anyway. So it's
yeah,
broke people worried about rich people problems. I don't have the
yeah.
money to give a woman $25K a month. Like, and if
Exactly.
I did and I decided to do that, I
That's your
mean,
business.
you know what I'm saying? All the people that's complaining is making way less than what I'm making.
Yo, you know what's crazy? Jalen Rose made a statement talking about, oh, he expects men to get
$100
spend
haircut.
$100 on a haircut.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, to shave off some goddamn hair.
I ain't spending $100 on a haircut. I ain't got no hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's rich nigga shit, feel me? Like,
Yeah,
you
when
know.
Jalen Rose said that, I thought the same thing. I was like, dog, maybe like P said, in your tax bracket, you could pay $100 a fucking haircut.
Yeah, that's like a penny for him. Like that don't
yeah.
matter. But
He said, go ahead, Chris. All right.
I was spending like 40, and I thought I was balling, bro. 100.
You spending 40?
That's where I'm at now. I've been with the same dude for
what y'all
like
get
6,
done?
7 years.
You get a massage for massage?
Nah, bro. I started 20 bucks for the same shit I get now, and I was 40.
inflation, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inflate these nuts, man. The service that I'm getting is still the same shit.
No,
like,
niggas' rent went up, gas went up, food went up. In order
to cut your hey, matter of fact, David, let me cut your hair. $20.
No.
I got you.
I'm in a happy
Gonna get the same
situation.
Result,
I'm not gonna hold you.
Puerto Rican flag on the back of your head.
So low keto, my new barber though, he charges $60.
Whoa.
Well, that's because there's no barbershops in he's got a monopoly on that shit.
That's just not true at all. What? There's a barbershop down every fucking corner, David. Shut up.
Not a
Clips is not a barbershop.
That's crazy.
No, but like the barber I go to though, like he does like MLB players' hairs and shit. Like dude's legit. Like he's cold. Like
so get your dumb ass out of there. You're not in a tax bracket.
Well, I mean, I'm just like he does regular ass people mostly. But I'm saying, like, he also does.
You got a hat on, bro. You didn't pay $60 for a haircut, bro.
I haven't had a haircut, David.
Not the hat, bro.
Ugly ass hat at that.
This ugly ass.
I get my haircut
last
where
like 20.
Giannis gets his haircut. Like, yeah, nigga, you're gonna pay a lot of money, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Bro, that's not. I'm just saying, like, I'm not mad at it. Like, he gives me the freshest pet I ever had in my life. So, like, in my opinion, like,
you paying $60 every 2 weeks? How often you get a haircut?
Well, it used to be every 2, but once I started paying $60, it's more like every 3.
I was about to say $120 a month on a haircut.
That's smart.
Averaging like $1,400 a year. That's crazy.
I mean, that's still.
I be seeing some
like $90. That's like $90 a month, bro. That's still a lot.
I be seeing some weird ass shit on internet now. Niggas power pressure in your beard and shit. Like,
yeah.
Like, come on now. Like,
putting candle wax in niggas' nose. Like, bro, like
you ain't gotta do all that, bro.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think like it's no different from like my girl going and get her nails done to where you pulling up and you getting candle wax on your lips. Like, I don't know.
And wine. Like, nigga, I don't want none of that shit. Like,
after that shit, you better put on some panties, nigga, and call it quits, man.
Wait a minute.
Wait, what?
Well, what do you want your barber to do, bro? Like,
yeah.
Bro.
Hey, this is a judgment-free zone. My
Listen,
guy.
I'm just saying, nigga, I don't do all that. I don't. You niggas paying $60 for you to get a haircut, bro. What else you doing, man?
You talking about one cream color brother out here, bro? I know you. You know what I mean? Like,
what else you doing out there, bro? What you doing in the barber shop?
I sit down.
I'm not seeing my barber and panties. That's I can tell you that.
You said
I'm not requesting that. Either, bro.
Is your barber waxing you, Chris?
I need my barber to keep his clothes on, actually.
But anyway, you see, this is a thing we were talking about. We got to like 54 different topics. But back to the topic at hand.
Like I feel the same way Pete feels, where it's like I feel like, especially like people from the islands, like they have been taught that the man is supposed to provide and the woman's supposed to stay at home. I don't subscribe to that way of thinking. Like, I really think like the whole thing is for y'all to achieve, y'all supposed to elevate one another, right?
For sure.
And like the goal, like in order to reach your goals, it's a lot easier if you guys are both all in. The fact that I'm gonna work I mean, you're gonna be at home doing whatever you got to do. You're gonna keep the
Yeah.
house, you're gonna the kids, whatever. That's cool. But the fact that I'm gonna work so that you can look good, like,
Yeah.
I personally don't subscribe to that. But how I feel is that there's other niggas who do subscribe to that. So they just gotta find a woman who also subscribes to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Can I
Just
tell
like,
you the flaw
I
in
gotta
that
get with
thinking?
the girl. I gotta get with the girl who also has the hustler mentality. Like,
Yeah.
the girl who wants to
Me
elevate
too.
with me is the one that's gonna work with me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Can I tell you the flaw in that shit? Because I've literally seen the wrong type of men who's like, their theory is like, I gotta bust my ass for this woman. But her theory is like, she's just trying to get a bag. She don't give a fuck about what that nigga's doing. Like, she don't give a fuck. Like, working hard doesn't impress her. You know what I mean? Like, she's literally taking a nigga money, doing whatever she wants to do, fucking with another nigga, and the nigga's still busting his ass. Like, I got several niggas that I be looking at like, y'all niggas are catching super L's. I'm watching it from a scope. Like, I'm like, yo, like, y'all boys.
That goes back to the original topic. Because, like, the traditional woman is the one who keeps the house.
Yeah.
Be at the crib holding shit down, right? A lot of girls that kind of try to sneak their way into that fucking club of train of thought are just bitches who are lazy and don't want to do anything. Right?
Let's not use the B word.
Yeah, come on, Chris.
We got the B word.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of men who don't want to do shit, but they just don't have like an outlet to not do shit and be able to support themselves.
Yeah,
that's facts.
Right? These women who feel the same way as these men have an outlet. Like, if they find the right guy, they can sit around and not do shit, and
that's
they're
their
good.
lifestyle. Yeah.
Right. It's really hard for me to support that.
But you gotta know who you dating at the same time. You gotta know who you fucking with at the same time. Like, you get in a situation where you dating the wrong woman who don't add up to it, you gonna catch an L. Like, I know some dude right now, bro. And I don't like the dude, so I'm gonna put him on blast.
No, don't put him on blast.
I ain't gonna name his name. He is square. But dude is dating a woman, like, he's paying her bills right now. Got a kid with her, paying her bills, and she doing what the hell she want to do.
But that go back to the TikTok topic. Then she's non-traditional. She want a traditional man. Like, but me, I'm a traditional.
No, she don't want a traditional man.
Yes, she do. She don't want to be a traditional woman.
The man is trying to make her into a traditional woman when she's not.
No, I don't agree with that, because she could leave, but she's not gonna leave because of benefits.
He could leave. Leave.
No, they both could leave. She not gonna leave because it benefits her.
When you say they have a kid together?
Yeah,
they got a kid together.
That ain't never stopped shit.
And he's paying all her bills because he feels like that's the mother of his kids. So he paying all her bills.
No, I know a dude. I know some dude. I'm not gonna tell you where I know him from.
Can we point him out?
No. And he had a situation, but he had another situation.
Oh man.
And in that situation, he's essentially paying that girl's rent. He's paying her Mercedes lease.
I know
he buys whatever
about.
she fucking
Mercedes,
wants.
Not a kid.
And I'm just like, nigga, like, what are you doing? You see this girl 3 times a year.
Wait, what?
I think I heard this story before.
But he got the money to do so. So
that's what I'm saying. Like,
what's the problem?
That's not what, bro. Come on, bro. That's silly. That's setting a lot of niggas up for failure,
bro. Like, yeah,
it's not, bro. It's clear that this person that Chris is referring to can afford that.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Yeah.
You know, like, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
How much stuff do you buy just because for the fuck of it?
That's an L no matter if you can afford that or not. That's an L, bro.
No, but just like, it's just like everybody got their own vice, right? People like to do whatever they want to do: buy shoes, drink, smoke, whatever the fuck. Right? All right? Whatever the fuck. It's some dude. it's some dude, his credit card can afford it. Hell no. But it's some
you
dudes.
See what I'm talking about? You set niggas up.
It's some dudes that really want to do that. Like, it's some dudes that literally, they'll pay a chick just to be eye candy to go shopping. To go around town and be like, look at the type of chick that I could have around me.
It ain't tricking if you got it.
I work. Nah, it is tricking.
Nah, it ain't though. Like,
I worked with the girl who did that shit, bro. Like, that shit was wild. And I'm not mad at her at all. It's a supply and demand thing. But I do be looking at these kind of funny, like, bro, like, A, that's the fact that you feel you need to do that. Like, there's some deep-seated issues there that need to be.
I feel like you use the word need to do that, like, loosely. This person that you're referring to, they probably want to do it. Like, they don't feel like they're doing that out of necessity.
I mean, I feel like these two things are interchangeable. When you can sit there, like, you don't, well, I guess you do need to do drugs because there's an actual withdrawal. But, like, the fact, I mean, all right, nigga, whatever.
We didn't want to put problems out there like that, but
I know who you work for, Chris. So,
like to pay for a woman's companionship, not just her companionship, so that other people can see you with a woman. Like, there's something there that's making you do that shit. For you to feel like I gotta pay for this girl's rent, who I'm not even gonna see, there's something there. So you don't necessarily need to.
There's a control factor to that, in my opinion.
There's a deep-seated issue that's causing you to do that shit, bro. Like, that's not normal behavior.
What if he just want access to the waterfall?
Nigga, he sees her 8 times a year, bro. Like, it'll be way cheaper to just pay for a woman, a working woman. It'll be way cheaper.
The dude that I'm talking about,
am I wrong?
I don't know.
The dude that I'm talking about don't even got money like that, and he paying for a shorty to do whatever she want, and she say straight up she don't want to be with him.
That's wild.
Like, that's tough.
Like, you know what I mean? That there's a lot of that, but the truth is though, there's a lot of dudes that's doing this type of shit, man. Like, and you don't realize it. It's not they can't even afford the shit, but they just desperate, bro.
But I don't know. That go back to what I said earlier. I feel like, back then we was the one traumatizing them like this, and time moved forward. Now they're the ones traumatizing us.
Wow, that's wild. It's like, I don't want to get too deep into this. I don't want to say, like, I feel like I'm walking on landmines here, because I 100% agree with what you're saying. I feel like for the majority of history, men have established the culture. Like, even in, like, I showed y'all, like, just a small example. I showed y'all that E40 video, right?
And I'm mad at you for that, bro. We got to fight after that.
It's okay. It's okay.
No, we fine.
So the Captain Save-A-Hole. I made 2 major observations watching that video. Why are these guys so upset? Well, I made 3 major observations. Why are these guys so upset at Captain Save-A-Hole? Like, they tied the guy up. They're, like, beating him up with the bat. I'm like, what's going on there? The fact that they're, like, have a bunch of women in the video, like, agreeing with them, like, pointing at the guy, laughing, like, look at this fucking loser. It's like they want to establish a culture where that shit is not cool. Right?
Yeah.
And then the third observation that I made, obviously, is that E40 is one of the worst rappers ever.
I knew that was gonna.
I'm going to LA this week, and if I run to E40, I'm telling him about Chris Almonte.
But, like, do it, bro. I'll tell him, like, nigga, your burgers suck and your raps suck.
Oh wow, damn.
Whoa, bro, you just hate this nigga like that.
Listen. So, like, this is what dudes have been doing for a long time. Is they've been training generations of women to think a certain way.
Terrorizing.
I feel like social media has flipped the script, where I see all the time these posts of women saying, well, this, and that. And I'm just like, bro, there is absolutely no logic to what you're saying. It seems like you're trying to ride on this wave of, if you're a real man, you're going to do this for me.
That's right.
Yeah. It's like, come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna start having women wipe my ass. That's it.
What the fuck?
That's my requirement.
I honestly don't think you are, bro. Like, honestly,
I'm telling Deja.
Tell her, man. You fucking hater.
But it's true though. They say you pay for the sins of your fathers. I think this generation of men, we just got to deal with what the men before us was doing to women, and women got tired of it.
Nigga, my dad got 7 baby mamas.
My grandpa was an asshole. I'm fighting.
Nigga, my dad got 7 baby mamas.
God damn.
Yeah, my dad was an asshole too, bro. Fuck him.
Yeah, my dad got like 22 kids. My granddad had like 38 kids. So.
God damn.
Yo, imagine everybody.
These all sound like horror stories.
My siblings' name is the first names of my siblings is Ken. Imagine all of them. All of them, bro.
How many Ken names even are there, bro?
I can help you. I teach you.
You know all of them.
At least 7.
I know all of them. I had to learn the hard way too. You feel me?
So now
one of them named Caleb.
Caleb.
Kenyan.
This is why I got to pull up to your spot right now. You just said Caleb. I said K-E-N, man.
You said they start with K-E-N.
Yo, put whatever you sipping right down. You just said Caleb.
Is one of them not Caleb?
What the fuck is a Caleb? Don't even start with K-E-N, nigga.
Yo, put the drink down, bro.
Caleb start with a C, nigga.
You put on. You ain't got to see a goddamn thing ever again, nigga. Nigga said Caleb.
What the fuck is Chris talking about? That one cracked out.
How do you spell Caleb, Chris?
Ain't
you embarrassing me in front of my friends.
That's
that nigga says spell how to they spell it Caleb. Like
the nigga loud and wrong. He said Caleb. Like
said that shit like 3 times too, bro.
Spell Caleb, bro.
I don't know.
You ain't got shit to say after that shit.
I don't know if there's 7 names that start with K-E-N, bro. I think you guys are all named K.
I'll help you, bro. Let's spell it right here in the chat. It's not spelled K-A-L like Caleb. Matter of fact. Let's help you out right now.
Caleb is still a C.
Are we about to have a spelling bee right now?
My nigga Chris
you can start Caleb with a K.
What?
It's still that K is still not followed by an E and an N, big dog.
Why? This man double down, triple down, quadruple down, like
it's still wrong.
What's going on, bro?
Is everything okay, Chris?
Yeah.
You good?
Oh no.
What are you sipping on, bro?
I missed the K-E-N part.
No, you didn't,
nigga.
All right, bro. We gonna let you pass.
Nah, but like all y'all niggas are named Kenny, bro. Like, there's no other way.
It's a nickname, yeah, Kenny.
It's a family name, strong name.
Hey, Caleb, I don't know what that is. That like some Middle Eastern name, Caleb?
Nah, Caleb. I know a black man named Caleb.
No, I'm saying. No, look at the chat. It's Kenleb. Kenleb. That's what you meant.
Yo, who said that? Yo, shout out to whoever said that, bro. You the real MVP.
God.
That
Chris spends half the chat, like half the video rubbing his hands like Birdman and can't come up with K-E-N. Like
bro, like you got 6 brothers and sisters called Kenny, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. We don't even fuck with each other. That's sad, right?
Nah. I feel you, bro. That's the same way. I got this same thing going on, bro.
I hope Chris was never in a spelling bee in school, bro, because that's tough.
Nah, nigga, I still can't spell.
He got eliminated in the pregame, bro.
I can't spell for shit, bro.
Man, know it now.
I went to school with Chris, so me and Chris know what time it is.
Didn't you take smart classes? Weren't you in a smart school? That was a reputation Tico had. Tico had a reputation of, only smart kids go there.
It's wild because like Tico was like easier than Gateway.
Damn, really?
Gateway had a reputation too, and it wasn't about smart kids.
No, it wasn't.
We had didn't we have like some tests we had to pass to get in that school? First of all, like
Yeah, but like that shit was easy.
For you.
My bad.
I guess there was no spelling on that test.
Too high. Should have scored lower.
Nah, Tico was fucking easy, bro. We had like 1.5 classes, nigga. Like 45 minutes was just goofing off. You could disappear, nobody would say anything. Tico was a really nice place, bro.
Nigga,
I used to disappear in high school
so
too,
bad.
but people did say stuff.
I struggled in math so bad in Tico, bro.
Bro, I still struggle with math.
We know.
Yeah, we know, nigga. We know.
Thank you.
We know, nigga. We know.
Woodcrest is tough, boy. We got somebody that can't spell and somebody that can't do math. Crazy.
Hey,
Like
man.
if you squint your eyes, Caleb looks like Kenny.
You gotta let that go, big dog. Like it's over, bro.
He's still going and going and
I'm
going.
saying, all right, let's move on now. Let's move on now. We're going on to the next one. So there was this other TikTok, of course, and these dudes were talking about how they feel like that there shouldn't be a Black History Month, and it should just be like U.S. history or world history. It shouldn't be specifically just Black History Month, talking about the same stories, year over year, the same, line of history year over year type of shit, saying how like they're tired of getting to the point. They want to get to the point where it's no longer first Black person to do XYZ. Like it should just be, first person. If it's not there, they're not the first person, then to just not say the shit, right? Like they're tired of that like narrative being out there. Which my first thoughts were, especially when they were talking about like there should just be history instead of Black History Month or anything like that. I was thinking, well, they're already trying to take away the Black history part of the shit anyway with this fucking with the schools. So then we're in a tough spot then if there's not even a Black History Month to go with it, with all these schools already trying to fucking take it away as it is anyway. But that was just my initial reaction. But what are you guys' thoughts on it?
Our shit is called United States of America, bro. Like I feel like there's so many blends of cultures. There's Mexican people, Dominican people, Black people, white people, Italian people. We are a fucking mutt ass country. Like I feel like what the fuck do you mean like there shouldn't be a month to celebrate shit? I feel like that's racism, low key, right there. Talking about it shouldn't be a Black history.
I think you're not seeing like the point that they're making, because I kind of agree with what they're saying. Like what they're saying is that we're continuously perpetuating this idea that Black people are something secondary.
No.
Like the person who made that, there's the person who made the iPad, or the person who invented this thing, or the first person who went to space, and then there's the first Black person who went to space. There's the first person who went into the ocean this deep, and then there's the first Black person who went this deep. It's almost like there's always like this achievement award for a Black person doing something. And the things the point that these guys are making is that we should go away with that and just keep it neutral across the board. And I don't know if that's, but I don't know if I disagree with that.
You don't think that's noteworthy though? Like, given the history of Black people in this country, when they become the first Black person to accomplish said thing, like, is that not noteworthy?
That is noteworthy. That is noteworthy.
If it is noteworthy, then doing away with acknowledging that them being the first Black person to do so, then that
when we as a country haven't acknowledged anything a Black person have done prior, you're talking about like, oh, we should do away with it at the start of when we're finally starting to like give Black people praise. Like that's kind of crazy to me. I don't know.
Like I see what you guys are saying. Because you guys are saying, based off of our history, like it's really important to acknowledge when Black people move forward.
Like the woman that became the first Supreme Court justice. I can't remember her name right now, but I know that when she was elected to that position, like it was noted that she's the first Black woman in that position.
I 100% understand what you're saying, and I don't necessarily disagree with what you're saying. But as long as we continue doing that, there's going to be a separation between an accomplishment and Black accomplishment.
That's true, but at the same time, they're not going to. If we don't acknowledge Black people doing shit right now, they're never gonna do it. They're never gonna do it. It's gonna be always a fucking black cloud over like when Black people do shit. Like I feel like there's a black cloud right now, and the fact that everyone is out here trying to be like, okay, Black people do this, Black people do that, Black people do that. Now everybody got a problem with when Black people are doing something. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like that's up to y'all.
I think the big issue that we didn't acknowledge yet is the fact that we wasn't allowed, just like the whole concept of having a BET.
Yep.
Like the reason why they had a BET because we wasn't allowed on MTV at one point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like it's almost like a double-edged sword. Like because we only have the first Black or the Black person do X, Y, and Z because we was never allowed to do X, Y, and Z. That's why when they had Wall Street, Black people say, fuck it, we're going to make Black Wall Street, right? Because we wasn't allowed on Wall Street.
Yeah.
Like, so that's the issue. If that's not being fixed first, then it's always going to have this first Black or Black History Month or Black this and Black that because there's certain things that we're not allowed to even enter without creating it ourselves.
The thing is that like we can't fix history. Like what's happened has happened. And I get what you're saying. Like these white people who have accomplished all this stuff have had a tremendous head start.
500
right?
years.
Huh?
I say 500 years.
Like probably
That's a hell of a head start.
So I get what you're saying. But like the ideal situation that I think we are all trying to build towards, regardless of how you see race relations here in this country, is where none of it matters anymore. Where you're not a Black businessman, you're not a white businessman, you're not a Chinese businessman, you're a businessman.
But that only starts when you acknowledge other races for doing what they do.
I feel the opposite. I feel like as long as you're a Black businessman, you'll continue to be a Black businessman. You're not a businessman. You're a Black businessman.
But that's tough because that don't start from us first. That's the issue. I feel like that's the problem. Like
there's a lot of people getting shot like off rip, like the fucking George Floyd shit. Niggas is protesting again, they protesting violently as fuck. Niggas is like, oh, they're just protesting. Like, or niggas snapping on these niggas because they're protesting violently. You get white people protesting and no one says a goddamn thing. Feel me? Like, no one says a goddamn thing. How they protest, it don't matter how they protest. They can shoot motherfuckers up.
They ran into a Capitol building, man. That was a pretty big deal.
I mean, shit. A Black person can't do that though.
White people also can't do that.
Bro, no, they obviously did it. I mean, ain't no Black person even getting crossed that.
Yeah, council's actually letting them in. Like,
you think it would only be one casualty if it was Black people storming on January 6th?
Stop the cap, bro. No. They would have slaughtered all those motherfuckers. Motherfuckers wouldn't even made it to trial, bro. Stop the cap, bro. There would be no trial, bro.
So all the cops suddenly would appeal for their lives, bro. And
I think of the Oscars, right? And that year where Will Smith was championing that we need to have more Black inclusion in the Oscar nominations. And he was throwing his own movie into it, which was Focus. And I mean, some people think Focus is a fine movie. I think it's whatever. But in terms of like, when we're talking about Oscars, we're talking about the most impressive movies of that particular year. And it's really hard to justify that Focus was one of those movies, right? Even with NWA. When the NWA biopic came out, everybody was like, why isn't this nominated for an Oscar? And what that feels like to me is that we need to have a handicap category for Black people.
Yeah, but
we need to nominate you, not because you deserve it, but because we need to make you feel good.
Yeah, but you ain't even tell the whole story with that. A lot of these Black movies is not even getting those white movie budgets. So how can we even, you know what? People want to break they want to get their foot in the door by any means to allow it to keep going.
I'm gonna stop you right there because a lot of these Oscar movies don't have big budgets. They don't.
A lot of them.
Nah, a lot of them don't.
A lot of them.
A lot of them don't.
Okay. So they got the same or similar budgets as some of these black, like fucking. Go ahead.
With that.
Like I'm saying, like Focus probably had a bigger budget than like half of the Oscar movies this year.
No, but that's you singling out one movie. Not only Focus, that movie was not even that good. Like,
yeah, Margaret Robbie though. I thought
it's not. Listen, like I feel like we're diverging. It's not about the amount of money because you could spend $500 million on a movie and it could still be trash. Hence, Batman versus Superman. The money does not matter.
No,
it's about it's about the talent involved.
That's not.
Right, bro. I really feel like black people be making very important movies, and those shits do not even get a spin for our community or get a spin. Like, I don't know. That's how I be feeling. I feel like
give me an example.
Give you an example.
Because I'm saying like The Last King of Scotland, 13 Years a Slave, and then there was another one which were extremely important, and the one that ended up on Netflix, something about King, and that was
King?
No, there was another one. This was like 6 years ago.
Wait,
this was a Netflix exclusive. No. And it was huge. And it was a really good movie. It was put together very well. The budget was limited and it got Oscar.
What's the name of the movie?
I forgot. I forgot what the name was. But it was really important and it was a good fucking movie. And it deserved all the Oscar praise that it got. I feel like if we give an Oscar nod to NWA just because we feel like we have to include black people, then you're gonna take away the credibility from the shit.
That's not true.
Yeah, but what I was trying to explain, because I named a movie and we just stuck on movie. That's not what I'm talking about. Just like with what's the
too.
Hold on. What's the law that they created where they had to at least consider black people in jobs?
Affirmative action.
Affirmative action. You know why they had to have affirmative action? Because at the time when black people even had the credibility, they had the accolades, they had everything.
That shit is still going on this guy right now.
You know what I'm saying? So
that
now
shit is still going on right now.
Now you get it to the point where now we have to at least hire one black person. We don't give a fuck who it is. At least that gets somebody in the door to allow more people in the door.
Bro, that shit goes on in every spectrum of the industry world, bro. Like, no matter what you're trying to get into, that shit still goes on, bro.
I ask you this.
Go ahead, bro.
So, like, application-wise, like, when it comes to, like, elected officials, you feel like it's appropriate to just throw a black guy in there to make people feel better?
Sometimes, yes. To open doors. Sometimes, not always.
I'm not gonna say always. But
yeah, because you're gonna get garbage at that point. You're not even weeding people out. You need the best person to be in the best position, right?
But what I think is too, I think Peter agreed with me because what Pete's saying is kind of what I feel. I kind of feel like you should always, no matter what field it is, look at the best candidate.
But that's not that's not reality.
It don't got
affirmative action.
Exactly, man. When Kanye snapped on fucking Taylor Swift, Kanye was fucking pretty right about that shit. Beyonce had the better album. No, don't laugh at it because I don't want.
I thought it was a music video.
Somebody said the Rooney Rule. That's another one.
Yeah, the Rooney Rule in the NFL.
Listen. I don't want to get too deep. I feel like we're gonna go down a rabbit hole. But like the Grammys get it wrong way more times than get it right.
They do.
I don't even want to hear about the Grammys.
The Grammys get it wrong, but the Oscars get it wrong too.
Well, I don't know about. Regardless, maybe that's subjective. God damn it! I don't even remember my train of thought. We're talking about the best candidate.
But how you felt about what I just said though? Like at one point, it don't matter if we would. I just watch Devotion. I think it's Devotion where one of the pilots that was in Navy, he died overseas. Macklemore or Kendrick, that was crazy too. Somebody just said that's wild.
See what I'm saying?
That was even more wild. Like the best rap category went to
They
Macklemore
not
over
even.
Kendrick.
They not even considering talent. They're not considering talent at that point at all.
But this is what I'm saying though. Like, how often have the Grammys got it right? Like, how often has the most talented artist got the Grammy?
But Chris, Macklemore over Kendrick.
It's almost
No. Explain that one. Explain that one, bro.
Larry knows explaining that one.
You ever heard the statement that the system is set up?
The only Grammy that Outkast won was on the Speaker Box Love Below.
Yeah.
Out of the first 5 albums, that is the worst album that they have.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Why did
they were in the worst time period back then, even then when they first made those albums.
So why did they win it then? And it's because
they felt like they had to.
Nah, the Speaker Box Love Below was the most pop-centric record. That's the reason they won it. Macklemore was super pop at the time, and he had a huge white audience. So they gave him the Grammy. The thing is that, like, nobody gives a fuck about these Grammys until they give it to white people. Like it frustrates me to no end. Because, like, I feel what you guys are saying. I promise you that I do. But as long as we continue to feel this way, like, there's still a bunch of people here in America that feel like Barack Obama only won the presidency because we voted for him because he was black. He's one of the most intelligent people I've ever heard speak in my life. Incredibly competent, incredibly intelligent. But there's an entire demographic of people who believe he was only voted in because he was black. And I feel like
those people are from fucking Alabama.
Well, a lot of those motherfuckers are. But the point is that we will continue doing this. As long as we're like, well, we got to give Will Smith a nod. When Will Smith does win an Oscar, it's going to be because he's black.
No, but you know why I have a problem with what you just said? It's cool enough until it's a black person that we vote. It's some white people that get voted because they're white and nobody says nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't think certain people, due to nepotism and other shit, that they'll get a position because they're white? So when a black person get a position because they're black, it's a problem now? Now we're going to stay separated and all that?
The reason what you're saying, I disagree with what you're saying, is because all of the candidates are white. So, like, why did George Bush win over another white person?
No, but that's unfair. I'm saying that's unfair. You pinpointing one person. I'm saying across the board on everything.
When would a black person?
Time out. You could use that for any example. Jimmy Carter went against a bunch of other white people. Donald Trump went against a bunch of other white people.
Look, see, you missing the point. You're missing the point.
I'm not.
Like the point that I'm trying to make, you're missing it.
You're not getting voted in because you're white, because they're all white.
No, but you're
only black people are getting voted in.
So you don't think at one point, this is crazy. You don't think at one point, right? When they had, let's say they had 40 black candidates for a job and one white person. At one point, that one white person got the job because he was white over the black people. That's why they created affirmative action.
Like that's never been the case, though.
No, but so it's never been a job. Let's just say that a whole bunch of black people apply for it and none of them got it, right? And then the white person got it.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, and I'm not just being argumentative. Like, I really don't think that's ever happened.
So why you think they created affirmative action?
Because black people weren't getting opportunities at all.
Boom!
It's not. Those things are the same.
I don't think that logic applies to white people though.
Yeah, like you're saying that, like, if there'll be like 12 white candidates, and then there'll be like 3 black candidates, right? And historically, those 3 black candidates would be completely looked over. They wouldn't even consider those people.
Yes.
Right? Like that. That's the reason affirmative action exists. These 12 white people, the one who wins out over these 12 white people didn't win just because he was white, because there's 12 of them. They compared the one guy who won versus another 11, and he turned out to be the best candidate. It's just like George.
But you still missing the point. Let's say these 3 black dudes and the 12, the same example, the 12 white dudes. The 12 white dudes could be subpar than a bitch, or even sorry than a mother.
Those three black niggas should be qualified like a motherfucker.
They're disqualified. One of the white dudes have to win over these 3 black dudes, right? Affirmative action. So they won because they're white. The black dudes didn't even have an opportunity because they're black.
Bro, you gotta understand, Chris, you gotta understand, you fighting in a country where there was never in a fucking lives was supposed to win for minorities, bro. Like, these niggas was built off of white supremacy. Like, you are tripping trying to think like, oh yeah, we're fighting for a position, like black folks and minorities are fighting positions that at the end of the day,
what I think we all want is a future where none of that matters.
None of that matters. Facts.
That's what I want.
And the argument, is that reality? Like,
the argument that I'm making.
Hey, my nigga trying to say something real quick. Hold on, Rook trying to say something. What happened?
Oh, I was gonna say, and what someone in the chat just mentioned too, and what I was gonna bring up too. A part of it that's also kind of sick now, that outside of like the affirmative action stuff, is that now it's a tax incentive to hire minorities just because, right? Like they're getting money for hiring on minorities, whether or not they're the best candidates or not. That's a different story. But it's like now there's incentives.
There's a quota.
To hire.
I had to give you an incentive to hire me.
Yeah.
Without the incentive, you still wouldn't hire me.
They felt that it was necessary. Like, I get what all these things are. Like, I get affirmative action and I get the tax stuff, because it's like, fuck, these black people aren't getting hired. How the fuck do we force the system to do it? I 100% get it. But if our goal is to live in a future, maybe not where we exist, maybe not where David's kids are, David and Peterson's kids are running shit. Maybe it has to be their grandkids. Maybe it has to be their great grandkids. But eventually we want to get to a point where none of this shit matters, right? That's the goal that all of us want. If we want that, I feel like it's necessary to stop, to break down these barriers. And I feel like when you're identifying, hey, this is a black person that did this, in my opinion, that's a barrier.
But we can't stop doing that until it's normal.
And what I'm saying is that I get why you're doing it, but we're going to continue doing it, and we're going to continue seeing things the way that they are.
Yeah, but we have to go back.
If you don't say nothing, if you don't do nothing, shit remains the same.
And I'm saying we're going to continue saying this, and it's going to stay the same.
Yeah, but I don't agree with that. I feel like for it to happen, it's like what I said earlier. First of all, we have to go back and acknowledge, and second, we have to allow people to get in these positions to bring more people that look like them within these positions. Because without that, because you normally do what's in close proximity. So you normally deal with people that look like you anyway, right? So 9 out of 10 times, black people do it, white people, Chinese people, Spanish people. It don't matter, whoever do it. We all live in environments where it's been done. Because if you go to certain parts of South Florida, a lot of black people is going to hire black people because black people look like black people. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of times, it's a kid right now that wanted to go to HBCU, and he sued a white kid. Wants to go to HBCU. He's suing the HBCU because he feel like they discriminated against him because they're giving the scholarships and stuff to black kids before him, right? That sounds crazy because it sounds like a fucking paradox. It sounds like some wild ass shit, right? But that they call that shit POCs for a reason, right? Schools for people of color, right? Because a lot of these other schools didn't allow us in, so we created this school so we was allowed to be educated. So without not allowing us to get into certain things, whenever that one person get in, he gonna kick the door and bring whoever he can inside of you.
Like I promise, I 100% get what you're saying. It's just like with the Black Panther thing. Black Panther was a huge phenomenon, right? And I like what you're saying is that it's extremely important to give Kroger, or his name's Kroger.
You talking about the movie or like the group?
No, the
director of the
movie.
Oh, Ryan Coogler.
Ryan Coogler.
you're saying that it's extremely important to give this man his flowers so that other producers in Hollywood are like, man, I need somebody like that to see success in a movie that, you know what I mean? Like, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I 100% understand that, and I get it. I get it. I promise you that I get it. But I feel like at the same time, there's a whole nother demographic that's going to look at that, and they're going to be like, he's only doing that good because of who he is and what he represents.
Fuck him, because we need that. Like, that's why when he did it with the new Black Panther and introduced Mesoamericans or Mexicans and all that, that kicked the door in for them to start seeing, okay, we can do the same shit. Because for a long time, even the Black Rose was white people. Like, you know what I'm saying? In movies. Like, they literally putting on blackface to play black people when you could have just hired a black person to play a black person.
No.
Like, they was hiring men to play women at one point, which is wild too, when you could just hire a woman to be a woman. Shakespeare did it. He was bringing dudes on stage to play women when you could have just got a woman.
No.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So at a certain point, it has to be that Tropic Thunder. They stupid as fuck. This comment is like this conversation. I can't even focus.
Like, that's my brother, bro. Hey, shout out Manny, my brother. Shout out Rome coming through. Shout out Tammy. All our active chatters.
It's like I do like I deal with these because of the nature of my job. I deal with these credit apps all the time, and you deal with, you know, all type of people. You deal with people who work at fucking Burger King. You deal with fucking CEOs. You deal with people who own their own companies. You deal with engineers. You deal with all type of people, right?
Clients.
And I just like, what I want, and maybe I'm being unrealistic, is that regardless of the person who's in front of you, there's no assumptions, there's no nothing. It's like you're a fucking person and you're making your money, you're a professional, whatever. But the thing is that as we exist right now, there's always going to be like those implications, right? Like, you're this skin color, you come from this background, so you must be this. Your credit score must be this. You're this, you're that. And like, I desperately want those things to go away. And that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. Like, I want it to just be
but
fucking
how
neutral,
do we
but maybe it's just, maybe I'm being unrealistic.
I think honestly, I think you are. I think you are being unrealistic.
I think what you like, bro, like, how do you make those type of things go away by like pretending they don't exist or by like saying they don't exist? You know what I mean? Like, what you're saying right now is what all of us would want. We all want that. We all want to look at things and be like, okay, fucking, this shit shouldn't happen. But the people that you're looking at and saying, you're looking at us, which we agree with you. We all totally agree with you. But the people that hate us, the people that don't fuck with black people, the people that don't fuck with Spanish people are not thinking like that. They looking at what you're saying and they're looking at it, they're like, okay, this is a pass. We got a pass to do what the fuck we want to do. In my opinion.
Chris, in that so in that world that we're all hoping we could get to, as far as getting there and the steps it takes to get there, again, kind of going back to the original to the first part of that video, with dude saying that they should remove Black History Month. Like, do you think, again, just asking the question, do you think getting rid of Black History Month and again just circumventing and making it just US history, right? Does that get us there? Does that help get us there?
So like the Black History Month in particular, I don't agree with, especially like what we're going with right now. What we're going through right now with fucking Dos Santos fucking waging war on the educational system, talking about teachers aren't allowed to teach Black history. That's fucking nuts. So that in particular, I don't necessarily agree with. Like, Black history is part of history and it needs to be taught. But his train of thought, where he's saying, I don't want Black people to get these achievement awards, is what I agree with.
That's wrong.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but the issue with the Black History shit either. First of all, even during Black History Month, Black History is not even taught properly, right? So a lot of Black history started with slavery. It did not. Timbuktu and all that shit existed way prior to even coming
I
over
don't like
here.
that shit.
One of the first universities ever in the history of man started in a Black country, but you don't learn that. So now you remove Black history, and they don't even teach Black history within history.
Bro,
So
they're teaching black people that we were slaves first. They don't even teach us anything else. They teach us that we're slaves. And I'm talking this from a black person perspective, my nigga. Like, they're literally teaching us that we're slaves, man. You know what? You know what that does?
For a long
you know
time.
you know what that does to the black community, bro? Teaching somebody they're slaves first, bro. Like, nothing else. Like, you don't teach them that they created the light bulb. You don't teach them that they did this, they did that. No, you teach them that they're fucking slaves. Come on, nigga. Come on, bro. That's not right. That's not right. And that shit don't float right in America, bro. That's wrong. You shouldn't do that, bro. Everybody else race, you gonna teach people like, oh yeah, they did this first, they did that first. Black community, you were slaves. Don't sound right. It don't sound right, bro. It don't sound like they doing right to us either.
But the only reason it is a concept of a Black history because they wasn't teaching Black history. So then they create a Black History Month to teach that. And at one point, it wasn't even a month. It was only a week. And then they extended it after that to the month to learn a little bit more about that history. Again, you get Black history, you get affirmative action, you get all of that shit because we was excluded for so long. So that solution is not gonna come from us. It's gonna come from them first. Like the acknowledgement on that side, and then you allow that shit to be even more. At one point, we couldn't even drink from the same water fountain, like because
I learned from white people. I learned from white people, Pete, of my history. White people taught me my history.
I didn't. That's some fucked up shit too.
I mean, I'm just telling you what the American educational system looked like.
That means your parents didn't do their job properly because
they
my
probably
taught me my history my whole life. That's why I knew a lot of shit that I know now.
I'm from the islands, so they only know what the islands teach us. You feel me? So that's it.
I feel you. All right, so we had a few minutes. We've been dragging this last topic for the last few weeks. Now we're gonna talk about it, and we have it. But really quick to end, on a sports note, as of early February, I think it was the 9th or so, it was the trade deadline for the NBA. And then now, as of the 1st of March, as we're going through the buyout market right now, pretty much March 1st is when whatever's on your roster, that's what you have and the players you're eligible to take into the playoffs. So current landscape of the NBA after trade deadlines and now after the buyout markets, for the most part, are done. What do you guys think of all the shit that's happened in the league?
Kevin Durant sucks.
Whoa, what?
That's a hot take.
That's a
very hot take.
That's coming from a Denver Nuggets perspective right there. If I ever seen one.
You sound like Charles Barkley.
Fuck that nigga.
Bro, you got a good squad, bro. You could aim up against this nigga if you want to.
And that nigga Kyrie, bro. Like, let's talk about Kyrie. Can we talk about Kyrie?
No, we're not trying to hear your
Go ahead. I mean, Kyrie got traded.
Kyrie got traded. He meets the qualifications. Nah, talk about it. I'll fuck with Kyrie.
Talk your shit, Chris.
Chris hate Kyrie so much.
Chris is a hater.
Like, nigga, he went to the Boston Celtics and they were terrible.
All right, Chris, you want him to take the shot.
He got hurt.
The COVID shot, right?
Nigga went to the Celtics and they were terrible, and now the Celtics are a championship contender. Am I right or am I wrong?
You're right.
You're right, but you can't acknowledge that in his time in Boston.
That wasn't his fault either. So what a
I mean, the nigga played, like, the first year in Boston, he played like 60 out of 80 games, bro. Like, he played as much games as Joel Embiid.
Bro,
he got hurt going his first year there. He got hurt with them going into the playoffs, and then they made it to the conference finals without him. Then the next year they had him, and they lost in 5 to the Milwaukee Bucks in the second round.
He just wanted to
Man,
say
my nigga Chris is
And
starting
then
to
after
sound
that,
like
he
Kendrick
did.
Perkins, bro. I'm sorry. He's starting to sound
all
like
I'm
Kendrick
saying
Perkins.
is that they traded him to the Mavs. The Mavs were the 4th seed. Now where are they at? They're almost 500.
It's obvious,
dude. There's like 17 teams in the West that are almost. They
traded 2 defensive players for offensive player, a spectacular offensive player. They lost their defensive ability, my nigga. Come on,
bro. They can't guard nobody.
Come on, let's stop the cap. You are trading. If you're a good GM, which Chris, you're seeming like you're trending in the wrong direction. I don't even know. Like, you're telling me you wouldn't trade Kyrie Irving for 2 defensive role players,
but you're saying that, but they're worse off now.
They're worse off now, but next year
you've already determined that after 5 years, 3 games.
We can't talk about next year because there's a very high likelihood this man Kyrie is going to go to the Lakers.
Shut up! You're talking for the Bucks, man.
I'm literally talking about Kyrie.
Bro. Like, is the sample size not too small?
It's tiny.
Would you not trade for Kyrie Irving? Are you capping right now?
What I'm saying is that what Rookie's saying is very important. Kyrie can just walk away in the summer.
Chris,
and they lost what? They lost
good
black ass lungs could
Dorian Finney-Smith, bro,
and a 1st-round pick.
Your lungs is black. They could walk away in the summer too, Chris.
And that's Kyrie's fault that the team decided to trade for him.
No, it's not his fault at all.
Nigga, everyone is trading for Kyrie.
Wait, hold on, Chris. I got a question for you. So you think the Mavericks acquired Kyrie Irving? They got rid of Dinwiddie and DFS. You think they're worse?
I'm saying record-wise, some niggas are losing.
Bro,
they've played 3 games together.
Chris turned into a Republican leader, bro. I swear to God, this nigga is at his house with the.
Wait! Time out! You're contradicting yourself. You're saying that I'm mad. You're saying that I'm mad that Kyrie doesn't like Jews and Kyrie didn't take the shot. Those are both Republican stances, you dumb fuck.
Fuck that shit.
Those are both Republican stances. What are you talking about? I'm just saying. All I'm saying is that I seen him get traded to the Celtics.
Yo, Kenny is screaming so loud that his mic is not picking it up, bro.
Yeah.
Chris, you called 7 timeouts to refute his Republican attack on you, bro.
Man, sit your ass back and think about the Republican shit you said from episode 1 through 50, nigga.
My nigga, not taking a shot is a Republican stance. If I was a Republican, I would support Kyrie. What the fuck are you talking about?
Which he did receive a lot of conservative love.
Oh my God.
Anyways.
They love him on Fox News.
Bro. So, like, what I'm saying is that Kyrie went to the Celtics. They got worse. He went to the Nets. They got worse. They got better after they got James Harden. Then they got worse. And now he's at the Mavericks, and they got worse.
Why you don't have the same
agenda are you pushing? What agenda are you pushing, bro?
Why he don't have the same?
This is a ridiculous agenda.
Carmelo ain't going nowhere.
This is a ridiculous agenda you're pushing right now.
Someone put up a picture of Kendrick Perkins.
Y'all asked me, and I wanted to point it out.
Why you don't have the same? Why you don't have the same?
I need Kendrick Perkins next to
Carmelo went to like 20 different teams and ain't do shit. But you had the same energy for Kyrie. That's crazy.
This nigga rocking.
This Carmelo's not really worse. They got better.
No, but I'm saying back then you ain't never say that. He ain't never win shit. He ain't never do nothing.
When Carmelo went to the Knicks, they didn't get worse. They got better. What are you talking about?
And went where?
Nah, you.
But like they got better. It's it's not about you. You can criticize Carmelo. You can criticize Carmelo for not winning.
This ain't over.
But you can't criticize Carmelo for making his team worse.
Did Kyrie make Cleveland worse?
Kyrie does not make teams worse, bro. This is a terrible.
That's what I'm saying.
This is a terrible agenda that you're
pushing. It got worse. Nigga, why do you think,
bro?
Like, I'm just saying, like, they got worse.
You have grown old enough to be on the same train as Charles Barkley. You've grown up. That's where you at right now. Charles Barkley's train. You talking about who's riding the bus and who's not.
The bus driver.
I honestly don't know what that means. I I don't know what that means. But what I'm saying is that, like, for right now, the Mavericks look like they're worse.
3 games.
Why would you think that with Kyrie Irving that they're worse?
Nigga,
they were in the Western Conference Finals last year.
The West has gotten better. I'm sorry.
Western Conference Finals last year.
They were in the 4th seed before Kyrie got there.
Dude, it's been 3 games of them playing together. 3.
All right, nigga.
Prisons don't like the nigga.
Wait,
I'm telling you. Kyrie is from BBL, bro. But like, because Kyrie got handles, y'all fuck with him. That's the reason y'all fuck with him, bro. Like, that nigga Kyrie is from Lakeside, bro.
Where are you from?
Bro, like,
Kyrie is from.
Kyrie's from BBL. You're from Pakistan, bitch.
What did Kyrie do? Like, I understand your beef with Devin Booker because he promoted the dude that beat up the Nuggets fan. But
I promise you, like, I feel like having beef with players, you're the fucking pro at that shit. Hey,
I can explain all my beefs though.
I don't have a beef with Kyrie.
Yes,
when they said Kyrie was going to the Mavericks, I was like, I legitimately got scared because my favorite team is what? The Denver Nuggets?
Yes.
And the Denver Nuggets are in the Western Conference. So I'm like, God damn, Kyrie's on the Mavericks. That's another team I have to worry about.
And
so
then
I'm
to sprinkle on top,
then
you have Kevin Durant going to the fucking Suns.
So I'm tracking their progress, and I'm like, maybe I don't got to worry about these niggas. Maybe I don't got to worry about shit.
In 3 games, you've come to
I
that
don't know
conclusion.
anyone on your Denver Nuggets.
I think you're moving a little fast, but I mean, all right, bro.
I don't know anyone on that Denver Nuggets team that's defending Kyrie Irving.
We'll have this conversation again in a couple of weeks. Maybe I might be out of bounds. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm jumping the gun. But I've seen this story play out.
Bro, what happened to when teams get before, nigga? They're allowed to get their chemistry up. Like, that's crazy.
Right, they're still working out the kinks.
I understand what Chris trying to do right here because I've seen this. You say Chris talking about he's seen this whole script. I seen it with you, nigga. I seen the whole script with you. I see you wait. I see you wait until niggas bust your ass. Jokic get the fucking MVP, and you sitting there.
What are you talking about, bro?
I honestly don't understand the point that you made, nigga.
I don't know either.
Nigga, you will.
That's funny though.
Very soon, and Rick don't interrupt me, ass.
Nigga, don't worry. Don't worry.
Kyrie can't be the only move we talk about, bro.
I know.
Gotta talk about the Lakers, man. The Lakers
are
gonna shit on all y'all.
We can't talk about Kevin Durant because that nigga hasn't even played.
Oh, because when
The
Kevin
Lakers
Durant pull up with the Phoenix Suns, you know you're
Kenny, you up here. Kenny, you up here. I need you to bring it down here. Let's talk about Russell Westbrook. Let's talk about
Kenny. I love Kenny.
Let's talk about Russell Westbrook.
Kenny, I love your energy, Kenny. But you have to bring it down because your mic isn't picking up what you're saying, bro.
My nigga spent $500 on his microphone and it can't even hear.
Let me turn my mic down so I can.
He said it was
no. We don't need you to turn your mic down. I'm just saying it's not picking up what you're saying.
Let's talk about Russell Westbrook real quick. He was on the Lakers and that nigga didn't look like a basketball player. Now
that's
he's on
ridiculous. That's not true.
And that nigga looks nice as fuck.
Bro,
dude, he looks the exact same. It's just the Clippers have the shooters around him.
That nigga just had like an almost triple-double the other night, bro.
Right now.
He was getting triple-doubles off the bench for the Lakers, bro.
Yeah.
Passing into freaking Lonnie Walker and Thomas Bryant.
Yeah. Because when niggas play with LeBron, they're not NBA players. But when they play somewhere else, all of a sudden they become NBA players. That's all I'm going to say.
I have
Kenny, no, your mic is worse. Now you're muted.
Yeah, you muted him. You turned him off.
I didn't want to hear what that nigga got to say anyway.
I'm coming after you, bitch ass, Chris. Coming after you, bitch ass.
You sound better now.
Yeah, her. You heard that?
Hey, I mean, like I said in the chat, I haven't seen them play. I just know that aren't they technically 0-2 with Westbrook?
Bro, what's
Yeah, right.
Westbrook?
So
No, I'm just
shouldn't you
talking
be
shit.
pushing your agenda right now, Chris?
Keep the
That Russell
same
Westbrook
energy.
makes teams worse.
That's foul.
Shouldn't you
bro.
be
That's
pushing that
foul.
agenda that you just pushed for Kyrie? It meets
That's
the
foul for Westbrook.
criteria.
Wait, no, time out. I never pushed that agenda.
Dude, what did you just do with Kyrie Irving?
No. I'm saying in terms of Russell Westbrook.
I'm saying Russell Westbrook has been with the Clippers for 2 games. They're 0-2. Fits the same criteria that Kyrie did when you were pushing that agenda.
I'm just looking at Russell Westbrook like I'm just testing what my eye has seen. When I seen him on
Yeah.
the Lakers,
you got glaucoma.
This the goalpost. That nigga said, "Whoop."
when I seen that nigga on the Lakers, that nigga looked pretty fucking bad.
No, he
He
played well
just came
off the bench.
He didn't do shit, bro. He didn't do nothing.
Now he's a starter.
Yes,
they
because
losing
LeBron
games.
and
He's doing his thing.
And they losing games.
Nigga, they lost a game where 177 points was scored,
bro,
nigga. Like, get the fuck out of
They
here,
scored less.
You can't hate them.
No, like,
But then they lost to the Nuggets last night too,
bro.
Yeah, they
Let's
lost
stop
to the
hating on
Nuggets.
Westbrook.
You know what's
bro.
crazy?
Stop
Yo, the
hating on
NBA
Westbrook.
is
I'm not hating on Westbrook.
packed. No, I'm not
talent.
talking
Look,
about
hey,
you, Chris. I'm sorry.
Fucking Jokic goes for a 40-point triple-double. And that's like the 3rd best performance of the night, bro. Because he did the same. Fucking Damian Lillard just went for 71.
71, yeah.
Crazy.
He had 41 at halftime, bro. Like I wasn't watching that game, but that's a crazy fucking stat line, bro. The NBA is so fucking jam-packed with talent.
Yeah.
We're gonna be watching.
I really don't want to. I don't want to blame. I'm not trying to be one of them niggas that blame Russell Westbrook when the nigga showed up. Like he was the only nigga on the court last season for the Lakers. Come on, let's stop fucking hating on this nigga, bro.
People don't realize
and they were a non-playoff.
They also
team.
traded Patrick Beverly away too.
They didn't have LeBron. They didn't have. They
traded Patrick.
You are being ignorant as fuck as a basketball
player. All right, so I will say though that trade was like masterful. That Pelinka pulled off.
It was
to get
both of them.
To get Beasley, to get fucking
Russell,
Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt, and to get Russell. No, D'Angelo Russell, like that was a masterful trade. So shout out to him.
That's a smart trade.
It's crazy. He put actual NBA players on the floor with LeBron James and Anthony Davis.
Man, it's not even like it's Russell's fault, which people got to stop doing this shit. Like talking about Russell Westbrook's fault. First of all, that's a bad pairing. It's niggas that need the fucking ball in their hand. Like anyone who's a basketball player would have seen that's a bad fit.
I said that shit from the jump, and I got roasted.
He did say that.
I said that shit from the jump.
It wasn't a bad pairing though, brothers.
Obviously, it was.
Bro, I really thought it would have worked out like Dwayne.
Time out. Time the fuck out.
Man, you better not say something.
I remember David saying, "Yo, Russell Westbrook is really bad," like on camera. I am pretty sure that's what you have said.
I didn't say he was really bad, but he's had
like I remember last year you were like, "Yo, like this nigga is bad."
Because he would have like high turnover games, and he was going to the midi like it wasn't working. But
so whatever.
People Rookie try to blame all of the Lakers' struggles on that one person being Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook was not the problem. The problem was nobody. Yo, Kenny, chill, bro. The problem with that roster was there was no 3-point shooting on it. Now you're talking about how Russell Westbrook looks good on the Clippers. That's because the Clippers got 3-point shooting, so he could get to the rim like crazy and kick it out. He couldn't do that with the Lakers, bro.
Listen,
that was the problem.
The reasoning, like I said from the very jump when they made the trade, it was a bad pairing because of the shooting aspect of it. But this man Russell Westbrook also has a $44 million fucking contract, right? For it to be a bad pairing. As soon as you ship him off, and you're able to replace him with competent shooters and a 3-and-D defender in fucking Vanderbilt, the Lakers are better. So I'm not necessarily saying it's 100% Westbrook's fault because it was Pelinka who made the trade and it was a bad trade for the group. But them getting rid of him and then the talent that they brought in fits better around LeBron and AD, so the Lakers are better.
And I'm gonna say this too, because I think what you're saying is completely right. Rook too. You know what I mean? Like But when I feel like when shit like this happens, everyone has to be bought in. Every star has to be bought in. Because I've seen when it was Bosh, Wade, LeBron buying in when LeBron couldn't even shoot for shit. Everyone bought in. What you gonna say? What you gotta say, Danny? You looking away? You looking? Where you looking at, bro? The closet? Closet don't got nothing. What you got, bro?
I don't.
What I do?
I want to jump in and interrupt you, but I don't
jump in,
want
my
to.
brother.
So
jump in, brother.
The Miami Heat had shooting on their roster, bro. Like
not enough. Not enough.
Not enough. They went back to. All right, bro.
Nigga, LeBron couldn't shoot. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Actually,
LeBron couldn't
shoot.
There were other shooters on the team that
they had Mike Miller. Yes, we were all there. We all witnessed it.
Shane Battier.
So what are you saying? If you
I'm saying niggas gotta buy in. I'm saying niggas gotta buy in. Is that not true? Niggas gotta buy in, right?
All right, sure, but I'm pretty sure everybody on the Lakers was bought in. But they didn't have 3-point shooting when they had Russell Westbrook on their team.
Allen too.
Yep.
Nigga, you gotta buy into this shit, bro, for shit to work, bro.
All right.
You gotta have 3-point
talk about the
too.
Lakers. All I'm gonna say is,
what's up?
Jay Crowder's gonna be nice for the Bucks when we play Boston.
You are a
That's
racist
just gonna be nice.
piece of shit, and I hate you for that, bro. I really hate you for that because you had to make the Jay Crowder reference. You know, Miami wanted Jay Crowder. You're a piece of shit for that.
That's not why
You're a piece of shit.
That's not why I made the reference. I made the reference.
I agree. Rookie's a piece of shit, man.
You're a piece of shit for that. That was literally like you brought out Jay Crowder. No other team in the league wanted Drake Crowder except for Miami. So you're a piece of shit. So keep going.
I mean, okay. You feel better now? You got that off your chest? Like
I don't feel better now.
I feel better. I feel better.
Chris a hating ass nigga.
That
bro.
dusty ass green hat you were in.
Yeah, I'm very confused on me supporting Jay Crowder. How that makes me a racist? But I mean,
nah, bro.
There's some crazy mental gymnastics that you got to go
Chris,
through.
I swear to God, bro. You touched down in Florida, bro. I'm beating your ass in 1-on-1, bro.
That's crazy.
In 1-on-1?
I will pay.
Yes.
No, he said he's talking about
basketball.
Yeah, he's talking about hoops, Chris.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's that time.
Never mind.
Nah, it's that time, Chris. It's that fucking time.
Kenny been thinking about that.
For this shit.
Kenny been thinking about that 1-on-1 that I beat him in for years, bro. This shit's crazy. He been holding on to that shit for years. Sorry, Kenny.
Hey, who else made a trade?
Chris doubted me. My own homie.
Outside of that, Miami didn't do shit, which was very surprising to me.
They didn't trade Kyle Lowry, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Who you got?
Nobody, Kenny.
Fucking 2 white guys, bro. We're not playing fucking checkers.
First of all, do not diss
Polo
Kevin
Club.
Love. Do not diss Kevin Love.
Kevin Love is.
Y'all already suck. Stop dissing niggas who come to your who pull up.
They just beat Philly today.
They did, but Philly is like a fake good team.
Y'all need to stop this shit.
Shit, Philly got the best starting lineup according to some people. Oh, one thing I would like to touch on. I'm about to take a tiny victory lap. When it came to that De'Aaron Fox, Tyrese Maxey, Tyler Hero conversation, like I said, De'Aaron Fox clears. I just want to reiterate the De'Aaron Fox.
And congratulations! This is one of the 19 times that you are correct, bro. That's what's up, bro.
Yo, first of all,
hey, when you don't get that many victories, you appreciate them all, that much more.
As you should, nigga. As you should. Right, bro.
First of all, Pat Riley should have traded fucking Tyler Hero a long time ago. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man.
That white boy is dancing for y'all boys for no reason.
You don't dance. He just knocks up his fucking. I mean, I don't blame him.
Oh, look at you. What you about to say? Women. Women, look at him. David De Los Santos.
Damn.
All right, cop.
All right. Any other trades? We're very much so past our time.
Is cop just some blanket fucking
exactly,
insult
Chris?
David, bro? Like,
come on.
It's not an insult to you because you actually are an officer.
Bro. I wish I was an officer, bro. I wish.
Nigga, next Woodcrest function we putting up and I'm arresting your bitch ass, nigga.
Yeah,
and I'm slamming you on the ground with the elbow.
I'll pull up. I'll beat the shit out. I'll run the
police.
this thing,
You go police brutality me, bro?
Yes, sir.
Yo, what?
What did he say?
I don't even want to repeat it, bro. I'm ending this just off of that. That shit's crazy. Hey,
What
episode 62, Woodcrest certified.
I'm glad I happened at the end. Mike could get rid of it.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Chris is a menace.
You
We're
didn't
out
hear
of
what
here.
this motherfucker said?
No, we're not repeating.
What he said?
We're not repeating
No,
it.
we're gonna do
It's
it.
over.